Hello, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell so you'll be informed of all the videos and when we put them out. We normally put videos out on a Monday and a Wednesday afternoon. Right, what I want to talk to you about today is a couple of products that we bought having had some pretty bad experiences with similar products. And what we're talking about today is the Milenco Stacka corner feet and the Milenco Stacka Jacks that go under the corner feet for uneven ground. Right, a little bit of back history. Before this caravan we had a Bailey Orion and it had really narrow steadies on. So if we're ever on soft ground, the steadies would just dig into the ground, and it was really difficult to actually stop it when you were inside the caravan from it creaking and groaning and moving as you were inside the caravan. So we decided to get some steady feet, and the first set we got we didn't pay a lot for. So we actually took them to put them on the caravan, took them to site, and when we got there, the first time we put them down, maybe I put a little bit too much pressure on the steadies, I don't know, but what I did was actually manage to crack one. Well, they come in a pack of 4, so once you crack one, they're all useless. So that was the end of those. So we paid a little bit more and got another set, and these had like a pin that went through to hold them to the steadies. And I don't know if you've ever been following a caravan down the road and you see the steadies and they're waggling around like this at the back as they're going down the road. Well, these did exactly that. The only problem was the first time we put them on, and we set off away, all 4 were connected and fitted, and when we actually got to site we didn't have 4, we only had 3. Somewhere along the road one of them for some reason had either broke or got dislodged or whatever, but it wasn't there. So we were then faced with the fact another set of 4 and they weren't working. I guess that's what you get with buying cheap. So we decided to buy the Milenco feet, and as we know, anything you buy that's Milenco is sort of a trademark of quality, and these are, you know, absolutely spot on when it comes to quality. Now, this isn't a sponsored video. We have actually bought these and fit them to the caravan, and we've actually used them for a few outings before we decided to do this video. What I did when I bought them, I actually bought 2 boxes of the feet in case we did lose one. Because we'd bought the Stacka Jacks as well, we thought, well, if we break one, we've basically got a whole load of stuff that's totally useless. So what we've now got 3-4 trips later is actually a full box of these that have never ever been used, never fit to the caravan, because the ones that are on have never come off. So getting back to the steady feet, first of all, look at the size. The size is enormous. Now these cost about, well, they cost us about £15, and we thought that was you know, a little bit more than what the others were, but when they arrived you can see they're a real substantial piece of plastic, and they have the stacking cross marks in the base. So if without using the stacker pads, you put that onto ground, and regardless of whether you like us and have the heavy duty steadies or the smaller standard steadies, that is going to give you a really good firm footing. The other good thing about these is when you fit them to the steady, and I'll show you this when we go outside, is that they actually have a spring, and the spring holds the bar, basically fits between the bar and the steady. That basically keeps that in a fixed and firm position. So one thing it's not going to do is waggle around while you're going down the road, and hopefully, well, in our case it has helped these remain on the caravan itself. Right, so the Stacka Jacks, again, this is for, you know, if you just have that little bit of height, you need to level up your caravan and you want a really good firm footing, but you don't want to be carrying blocks of wood, bits of breeze block, whatever you carry to level up the caravan. These actually stack. So because we've got the cross in the thing, we've got the nice diamond shape on the top, real sturdy construction, they just fit together, and you can stack, you know, 3 or 4 of those if need be. The Stacka Jacks, these come in a box of 4. So we've only got 1 box, and we've never found we've needed more. Now these were only £10 in the local caravan centre, so you know, they're not bad value for money. And what you've also got, as well as the durability, is the height. These are 40mm, so you put 2 of those on there, 80mm height. It's a good height for, you know, most sites for uneven ground. Certainly all the sites we've gone on would never need anything more than 2 of those, so that's enough for either front and back or one side of the caravan, depending on how you want to level. What's also good about it is it's got the same footprint, the same size, so when these are actually on the ground, you are getting a really firm footing. And what we found is that we're not getting the creaks and groans on the corners as you're moving around the caravan. They are giving us a really firm base, as firm a base as a good piece of, let's say, decking or something like that that you may use, or we certainly used years ago on soft ground. So let's have a look outside, and I'll show you them fit to the caravan, and we'll see what you think. Right, so as you can see here, this is the steady pad on the caravan. I'll just move that down a bit so we can see that the spring sits underneath and holds that to the securing bar inside. So that sits when you're driving pretty much. I'll just get the drill, if you bear with us one moment. So when it's fully raised, there you can see that they sit at the top, and they are quite, you know, they're going to be pretty firm there. They're not going to move within the full length of the steady that you get with the the plastic one that goes through. So I'll drop this down a little bit. And as that drops down, you'll see that it's coming down at an angle. But what we can do, I'm just going to use the 2 just so I can give you an idea of how that's going to fit. But those lock into place under there. And see there that as that comes down, they are now all locked together, and we can put the steady down on the feet. And you can see that the surface, I'll just move the gimbal down a touch, so you can see there you've got the massive surface area, and it lifts it up that little bit. So just looking at that one compared to that one over the other side, I don't know whether you can see over there, which hasn't got any of the stacker pads on, and that's fitting flush on the floor. And that's with the stacker pads on the heavy duty steadies. Right, so there we are. That's the Stacka corner feet and the Stacka Jack. Stacka Jacker from Milenco. They really are a good value product, and we can recommend them. We do use them ourselves. It's probably been one of the best buys we've made for the caravan, despite the fact that I bought 2 boxes of these just to make sure in case we lost a foot or not. But they are good value for money. Take a look at them in your local caravan centre. You'll be able to feel the quality for yourself and just feel how robust they are. The other good thing, of course, is the very lightweight. You know, this sort of moulded plastic is very light compared to, you know, a piece of wood. So, and they keep in the box, so you can keep them in the front locker or, you know, somewhere safe, and you're not adding a massive amount of weight to your caravan, and they're always there in case you need them. So that's it, the Milenco Stacka corner feet and Stacka Jack leveling blocks. Fantastic bit of kit. That's it for the video. You take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.